But now that we've talked about that, I'm going to go to File, New, Discard, and when you go to select your mesh here, instead of doing, let's just do upper body here, and I'll go ahead and add our textures, why not? And once that's all loaded up, unfortunately, I don't have a high-res for this. My high-res baking stuff was done a long time ago, and I don't feel like tracking down the source files. But once you bring in your low-res, and actually you won't probably have any of your maps, so I'm going to go ahead and kill all these here. It'll probably come in looking something like this. And you're going to have any maps plugged in because you don't have any maps. So you're going to go to Bake Textures here. And the first thing you need to do, you've got normal selected by default, I believe. So here's all your common parameters. You need to give it a size. So you can go 1024, 2048, or whatever. You need to add your high definition mesh. So I don't have one, but I'm just going to plug one in. Plug in the regular low-res mesh just to kind of get those little exclamation points to disappear. There's a lot of options in here. These look pretty good, actually, and if you go to your world space normal, there's not a whole lot of individual parameters. Color ID, you can tell it, is it a vertex color you're baking, a material color you're baking, all that good stuff. AO, you've got some settings in there. Curvature map, you've got some settings. Position. For your position, actually, I think what you want to do to make sure your triplanar node works correctly, you want to choose B-sphere. If I remember correctly off the top of my head. I think that's right. And then you go to your thickness map, and there's some options in there. Once you have all this stuff set up the way you like it, make sure, again, you put in your output size and your dilation width. So if you're 2048 and you wanted to kind of give you a little bit of padding, I think that's what that is. You can go ahead and type in 12 pixels of padding in here, and then you can go ahead and just hit Bake Textures, and it'll go through. And again, I'm just baking my low-res and my low-res, so it's not going to do great maps, but it'll bake them really high, and it actually bakes them pretty fast. And you can get a little bit fancier with the baking, but I'm not going to go into that. But I have, like I mentioned on my Substance Designer video, go check out Wes McDermott over at the Allegorithmic YouTube channel. He does great videos. He goes through all the Substance Painter stuff. He'll go in depth on Substance Painter, baking, and how to get good clean bakes using all sorts of cool tricks. But anyway, so we baked our maps, and it went ahead and plugged them in for us. So here's our normal map and all that stuff. So now, once you've baked your maps, you're good to go, and you still have access to all the things we've talked about, the resolution, texture sets. If you have multiple objects here, here's all your textures that were the one that I imported and then the one I bake later. So get in there, get into Painter, have some fun, export to your required engine or your required renderer, get some nice beauty shots going, and also go on to share.allegorithmic.com, and if you want to use this model for any reason or for any project you want to do, just go grab it, download it, and it's the exact same thing I went through here. So go in there and have some fun.